It's a brilliant black beauties, black beauties. Hi everyone, I'm Nerriya.
And I'm Kiara.
And we are the Brilliant Black Beauties. That was good.
I think that was good.
Okay.
Harmonized.
All right, guys. So, of course, again, I'm Nerriya. I am originally from Brunswick, Georgia. So I'm from the South. I've been living in Staten Island for about 5, going on 6 years now. And yeah, I'm an animation major. Always been a creative, always been very imaginative ever since I was younger. My favorite color is a lot of colors, but growing up, it always was purple. So purple and pink, and I like a little bit of blue. Food that I like, here it is. Here's coaching me on what to say. I don't even know if y'all can hear it. But yeah, so my favorite food, well, I'm not a picky eater, so I like a lot of stuff. But right now what I can think of is definitely hamburgers, Spanish rice, because I am a little bit of Puerto Rican.
Plantains.
Ooh, yes, plantains. I love sweet plantains. Hamburgers and gravy. Grew up with that in the South. Oh, man, my grandmother make a mean hamburgers and gravy.
You pull your pants like you about to eat.
Yes. Oh, my God. So, yeah, just a little bit about me. And I also crochet. I love crochet. I love watching YouTube. I love writing in bed. I love romance dramas and black seminar and all that stuff too. And yeah, that's what I like. All right, Kiara.
Okay. Hi, Kiara. And I was born in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Got out of there when I was 5 because brotherly love isn't so much brotherly love always in Philly. Depending on different areas, it can get real gangster. Either way, had to leave. Been living in New York since I was 5. So now I'm 25. My major is small business entrepreneurship. I haven't met one person in this school that has that major like me, but I'm gonna be happy about that because I'm different, and that's a good thing now.
And maybe also a lot of people don't know that that's a major because I didn't know until I met you.
They're like, that existed? Like,
yeah.
It's new. It is a new major, but I'm like on the beginning of it, the cusp of it. And then what else? I'm black, so that's great.
You black? What's your favorite color, Kiara?
Hot pink.
Whoa.
Hot pink. I love all colors though. You know, the more I got into self-love, the more colorful I become. Like I do love colors. Like my organizer is full of colorful markers, highlighters, pens, painting, all that stuff.
Because the more that you experience self-love, the more you start to experience more about yourself. And I think that's what makes it so colorful because you get to see what type of colors you like and what fits you and all those different things.
Like I'm trying new pants. I never wear pants like these.
Oh, yeah, I noticed you got new pants.
Fall off.
Oh, don't fall off now. Y'all, they literally have Kiara sitting on a stool. Last time we came in here to practice, we had chairs.
You know, but they're stools. I'm going to be grateful. At least they give me 2 stools so I can put my stuff down.
If you want to switch seats, we can.
Oh, no, I can stay strong for this for a little while.
Okay.
I just got to lean back.
Okay.
But my favorite food is pizza.
Yes, this girl loves pizza. We actually met off of pizza, which will let you guys know in a little bit.
It's just so much fun. There's a story that goes. And me and pizza. Hobbies. I like a lot of things. Oh, I'm a picky eater. I know Nerriya isn't, but I am very picky. Like very. But I eat a lot of what I like. That's the thing. So I eat tons of what I like. But there's I don't like ketchup. I don't like mayo. I don't like mustard. I don't like pickles. I don't like anything on my burger but cheese. I don't like salad dressing.
Thank you.
There's a lot I don't eat and I don't like. But what I do like cheeseburgers and fries, I'll eat a lot of that. Or pizza. But I eat healthy. I eat oranges. You're like, this is unhealthy. I eat oranges. I love to drink no sugar added cranberry juice. That's healthy.
Ooh, so just bitter?
Just it's bitter, but it tastes good after a while. It does. with birds.
Oh my god.
And what else? My other hobbies. I love to read. I like to read self-help. Anything that teaches me anything. Just learning.
Very
and
intellectual.
Clean romance.
Clean romance.
I don't need to know what's happening behind closed doors. It's none of my business. Just tell me the relationship. Okay. I don't need to know that. Okay, I like so much. Like, especially with self-love, I get into more hobbies. There's so many other hobbies I'm getting into.
Yeah.
I like to watch good shows and movies that are mostly, I watch a lot of like G-rated, family-friendly stuff.
Okay.
Like really, a lot of G-rated. I don't even watch rated R, MA anymore. So I'm like real careful what I watch. I love music.
Very disciplined.
I am.
Very
Even the
disciplined.
music I listen to, it has to be clean.
Me?
But you watch a lot of MA or something?
MA? What's that? Mature audience? Girl, listen. I watch a plethora of things. Pause is not what you think.
What's that?
That's the only thing I can think of MMA.
MA, mature.
Mature audience?
18 and up. Because for some reason, 18-year-olds are mature. I wouldn't say they're immature, but like mature, you're still young. I don't trust 18-year-old Kiara with a lot.
I mean,
Not
you're
everything.
new to the adult world.
Like, I don't trust her with everything.
So you want to talk about how we met?
Oh, wait. Let me think of another hobby.
Oh my god.
Another hobby. Oh, I've started working out more. I got my door frame pull-up bar. Ooh. And I got my kettlebell. And I do like working out.
I'm scared of her.
So yeah, I like working out. It's fun.
I can barely do a push-up.
My kettlebell is hot pink. My gloves for my pull-up bar are hot pink because I love hot pink.
Okay, y'all. That's Kiara.
We both have cats. Your cat name is
April. We both have cats.
It's Diamond.
Yeah, and they're both Aries.
Yeah, they're both Aries.
They're both
They're
Aries.
both fiery. Your cat's pretty fiery. My cat.
Is she? Goodness. This girl.
Just yesterday, I'm walking. She thinks playing is violence. She grabs my whole calf and just bites into me.
Ooh, she's more fiery than mine.
She looks at me like, we're playing, aren't we? She's like a little, but I say that, I'm like, they're little lions. Like, they are little lions.
Yeah.
Basically. They're domestic lions.
Yeah. Oh, right. So how we met. Okay, so I'll tell it. So basically, we both attended this amazing seminar for imposter syndrome by Joy Osha. What are you doing? Yo, Kiara is literally, if only y'all could see this. This girl literally, because they have Clorox wipes in here, while she was playing, acting like she was wiping her butt with the daggone Clorox.
We should be clean.
And now
someone put this.
She's wiping out
the trash. There's another stool under there. It's full of stools.
Oh my god. So basically, how we met was we met in this imposter syndrome, basically how to overcome imposter syndrome in this seminar because we're both ASAP students. Yeah. So it was hosted by Joy.
Yes.
I completely forgot her last name. I'm really sorry, Joy, if you're listening to this. But she is so amazing. We both loved the seminar. We sat next to each other and she complimented me on my little burgundy fur coat.
Imagine always if I didn't do that, would we have talked? If I hadn't said
You know what's so crazy is that I thought about not showing up to the seminar because I was like, I'm kind of tired. I don't really feel like
Joy William.
Joy William?
No. Joy Osahanan. Osahanan.
Let me see
her name. I'm sorry. Joy Osahan.
Joy Osahan. I'm really sorry if we butchered your name, Joy, but we love you.
Yeah, she's so nice.
And she's so amazing. So Kiara basically complimented me on my little coat.
I just love giving compliments.
And yeah, and we basically became friends. Like we was talking with each other during the seminar. We even talked to Joy afterwards.
Yeah, we stayed after. At first, I think you were maybe leaving, but I was like, we should go talk to Joy.
You was like, we need to go get more pizza.
Yeah. First, I ran to get the pizza, and then I ran again because I was like, you gotta hurry up. These people are like vultures for pizza.
She was like, yeah, we gotta go get pizza.
It was so good.
We gotta go get pizza.
It was good pizza too.
You know, for this girl to be picky, she sure don't play about us.
I know. What I like, I just go after.
But so we became friends. We were talking with Joy, and this also would tie into basically like how we came up with this whole thing. So once we became cool and we were talking with Joy after the seminar, we were basically talking about like things that we learned, you know, from our self-love journeys and all of that. And Joy was like, this should be like a podcast. And she was like, this should be known. Like, you guys should start a group. This is something that you guys need to do. And at first, we were definitely going to do something like kind of like a club almost.
First,
like
it's going to be a club with people, not like over the airwaves.
So we were definitely going to do something like, first of all, we were thinking about doing 2 clubs.
Yeah.
One for everybody and one just for black women. And, you know, we went and we did what Kiara calls concept testing.
Yes, concept testing. It's from my entrepreneurship class. I am using my degree.
We're basically, you survey. And we surveyed a lot of amazing people and a lot of beautiful black ladies.
Who really want this.
Who really, really want this. And we honestly couldn't agree more. So, yeah, we were, you know, in contact with a few higher ups and stuff about how we can basically start this. We were trying to plan like what good days it would be. But because, you know, everybody's schedule was a little hectic, the type of time.
With school, everything is so fast.
Right.
And they're doing so much.
That we were, exactly. And
we got to take initiative, basically.
Yeah, and the time frame that we were planning on doing this, and we just came to the agreement that right now it's not really suitable for everybody. So we just settled on a podcast.
I don't think it's settled. I think we took action.
You know what? You're right.
We took action because we're like, okay, this might take a while, which is understandable. This school is full of clubs and there's so much happening.
So many things.
So I was like, this may take a while, but let's show that we're serious and get something done right now.
Because, you know, honestly, also, too, when I say this, we're not, like, throwing no shade at nobody, but we wasn't hearing back from anyone.
Yeah, it was getting...
So, which we understood.
People are... And this school is very busy.
Yeah, and we understood because, you know, they're probably busy. So we was like, you know, not really going to, like... we're not going to wait. Not gonna wait.
And it's best, I think what can speed things up is showing that we are putting things out already.
Yeah, we're taking initiative. We're taking initiative. Oh my gosh. We're taking initiative. Messing it up. Yes, we're taking that, and also too, we both agreed on the fact that it will also be good too because not only are we taking charge, but we also are, you know, like trying to build a following and get more out there and stuff. So yeah, that's how we met and how we got this thing started. So now we will be talking about how black women are perceived just in the world, period. Music, media, everything. Like,
and yeah, everything. Just in general, the podcast, we're going to cover tons of subjects. Natural hair, black women, struggle love, black women.
Yeah.
Like, I recently even saw a video about it, and this lady, she was talking about how loving basketball is not a healthy black romance, and I think she has points. And she was just talking about a lot of black women in shows and movies where it's struggle love and it's just struggles and stressful.
Yeah.
Where's the healthy love? I want some Hallmark.
You know what's crazy? I don't ever really see no black people in Hallmark.
The thing is, they created Mahogany. That's on Hallmark. It's dedicated to just black people. And they've been doing it, but it's not as much. It isn't. But they have added that in, and I've watched at least 5 of them. Which is, like, I don't dislike them. I think they're good. But it's definitely not as much. It's still Caucasian, still rules, of course, obviously.
So the black woman has straight hair.
But I've seen
Do they
in
have straight hair?
Hallmark, I see black women with straight hair.
It's a lot of that, like in like the more.
I've seen some cornrows.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, I see straight hair. There's one black lady, she had worn a wig. It was definitely a wig, I think. But even, that's not even like a Hallmark thing. That's just an American thing. Like, to not always want to wear your hair. Like, you see that
I think
a
because
lot.
we're not really accepted when we wear our real hair, our natural hair.
I don't even think we're not accepted by white people. I think it's by black people we're not
That's
accepted.
what I'm saying. It's
crazy.
really by our own people if you really want to think about it.
Because white people aren't complaining about Simone Biles' edges.
To be honest, like I don't know about you, but they be staring us down.
They like it.
Like my mom,
So
when she had her
Like,
curly hair,
white people don't dislike it.
when she had her
don't
curly
really
hair,
much.
because she has locks now. Even when she has locks, she has a lot of people, like white people, staring at her.
So
Like
they like it.
they will stare. And even you gotta be careful too, because some of them try to touch your stuff without asking. Miss Ma'am, I'm
Nobody
not.
should touch your hair
I am
without
not
asking.
a chia pet.
That's not healthy. Nobody should do that.
I
Just
am not a
touch your
chia
hair.
pet. Okay, you cannot touch my hair.
But, it goes all the way back to conquer and divide, like divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Like them teaching us to be against each other, and then it stays with us.
Yeah.
And that goes into so much. Like, we could talk about finances with black people.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk about education with black people. Like, why is black people who are athletic praised so much, but who are intelligent, you don't hear about it as much? Like, who are winning, like, real doing
That's
things
very
science.
true. And then a lot of them think too, like a lot of intelligent black people who are scholars, they're like Uncle Toms. They're just kissing the white man's booty and all that other stuff. And to be honest, that's not really the case. Like,
It's
a
like when
lot of
you're
them are
intelligent,
like,
you're trying
excuse me?
to
No, I'm not doing
like
that.
act white if you're intelligent. You're trying to act
Yeah,
white
you're trying
if you
to
talk
act like a
grammarly good.
like proper.
You're trying to act white.
Yeah.
It's like, can't be intelligent, but we can be athletic and stuff, but not intelligent. That's a problem. That's why I recommended Brilliant Black Girls, because I wanted to put brilliant, like, intelligence with black.
Yeah.
Instead of just, like, you see athletic a lot, which is good. I love hearing about that, but you don't hear as much about scholars that are black.
Yeah, you don't.
And I want to hear about scholars. So
You
I'm
don't
trying to
even
get
hear a
A's.
lot of. Well, I won't say you don't hear a lot of artistic, because there are a lot of artistic
hear-
people.
You hear artistic
black people,
definitely more,
yeah.
I think, than scholars.
You do definitely. Yeah, you definitely hear
But athletic
that
is
more
definitely
than
like a top
scholars.
thing, and music, of course,
Yeah.
which is artistic, but maybe not like in a painting or poetry type sense.
Yeah.
But music
You don't
is
hear. I mean, there of course, like, especially if you're into like painting and art, you hear Basquiat and all that type of stuff.
Here's
yeah,
some,
but
especially Maya Angelou is one of the most popular black women
poets and yeah.
poets. So
Mhm.
it's very popular.
So that's a topic we're going to talk about, how black women are perceived in the world and media.
This would just be a summary, because we should go deep in every episode, because it's a lot.
Also, too,
Go
we're
all
going
the
to
way back.
basically just talk. We're not even really going to go in depth about like our experiences, because we kind of a little short on time. But I feel like every black woman has had an experience where they are honestly just judged and misunderstood. I mean,
Stereotype.
in the workplace, it's really bad in the
office.
workplace. I feel like everybody goes through that, especially in the workplace. But especially black. Oh my gosh, it's just so it's so irritating, because it's like a lot of people's like favorite like thing to put on a black woman is, oh, she's being snarky, she's being aggressive, and it's like you're not even being that. And then most of the time, it's always the people who say that who are passive aggressive, and it's like, don't you know that even though you are passive with your aggression, you're still being aggressive, right? It's called passive aggressive for a reason. Like, I had went through that a lot in my previous job. When I used to work at a shelter, it was tough because
But you think that people be kinder, because it's
You
you
would-
be helping people.
I
Like, is it
I
helping
thought
animals?
that's what it was gonna
Like-
be. Like I'm going in there, like I'm gonna make friends,
make a
genuine
difference.
friends. I'm gonna make a difference.
But people are
Like
mean.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Bullies in high school type stuff.
And they were literally
crazy.
like high school. Like it was just, they were bullies. Like not all of them were, but girls, some of them were. And it was just really upsetting. And it was just like, always, I mean, they made emails about me, like false emails about me because I was training at the time. And basically, my trainer and then the people who I was working with on my shift, my managers would basically, because I had two, so they would ask like them to basically, they had them like write emails just basically to tell them like how my performance and stuff was. And this is how I know they made so many false emails about me, because one, I never had no type of communication with them unless it was about something that was work related. And my thing is, I know for a fact that I wasn't trying to be mean, rude, snarky, none of that, because that's just not really my character.
It isn't.
And my thing is, if I was barely talking to you guys, you know what I'm saying, unless it was work related, how did I have time to be snarky, rude, mean? How did I have time for any of that? And so that's when, and then on top of that, like my manager had put me to the side and was just like, oh, there's been multiple emails about you being snarky to the staff and all this other stuff. And I was just like, what? Multiple emails? That's when I knew, like,
Just sabotage.
that whole, because it was one girl. I think the reason why she thought I was being snarky, mind you, she was very passive aggressive with me, okay? But because I guess I basically called her out, basically to make sure, like, hey, did you sign off on, like, the little medical sheet for the animals? Because you have to, like, when you feed an animal and you medicate them, you have to basically sign off on a sheet so the doctors can know that it was you who fed them, gave them medicine, and all that type of stuff. And I asked her, and I was like, well, did you do it? You know, like, did you just trying to make sure? And she was like, yeah. And just so you know, I don't ever not, like, sign my, like, her signature on her sheet or whatever. That was very snarky and passive aggressive for her to say, but I just moved on. And there was multiple moments where she was being, you know, snarky with me, but me, I just tried to be the bigger person and just move on or whatever. But for them to literally, especially not even know me like that, to literally not only be friends with this girl, but to literally, like, be her little minions and make up emails about me
Just like high school.
to get me in trouble was like, yeah, that was a lot.
It's all very sad because you should be kind. And like these people, we're at an animal shelter. You think this is about helping others, caring about others, and it's just like not.
Yeah,
It's not that
they
at
they
all.
were. It was a mess. But yeah.
My experiences are like, I remember I already told Nerriya a little bit about this. Well, going to the doctor and how the doctor had wanted me to take some pills. I was like 16. Recommended it to a lot of, like, I guess the black teenage girls. And it's supposed to be like pills I'm supposed to take. So if I ever do end up getting pregnant, my baby won't have like a bone deformity. But my mom and they're like, she's not out here doing that. Getting, you know, because at young ages, my baby can end up, if I'm as a teen having intimacy with people like that. My mother was like, she's not out there doing that type of stuff. And he's like, well, you know, things happen. And I guess they assume since I'm black, I'm a teenager, maybe a lot of black teenagers out there doing it, a lot of black women. Yeah, it just wasn't very good. Place was bad. Never went back though. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's definitely our experiences. Okay. So how to deal with being perceived in a very negative light. Definitely know who you are. Definitely spend time with yourself. And just get to know yourself. Ask yourself questions, all that type of stuff. And don't depend on external validation. I feel like the reason why I had allowed those things to bother me the way it did was because I was just so, like, was depending on external validation a lot, and I felt like I needed people's validation to basically prove to myself that I was a good person. And you don't need to do that. When you know who you are, you will honestly not confident in what you are and love who you are. You will not depend and need external validation. You can depend on yourself. You are you are what you exactly say you are. Amazing, sweet, kind person. And that's what I had to tell myself. And I definitely had to depend on internal validation. I'm sorry. Definitely just affirming to myself about who I was, how amazing I was. Once you get into that mindset where you start to depend on internal validation and you validate just yourself, everybody else's external validation doesn't even matter. Why in the world are you putting that type of power into other people's hands who don't even validate themselves and don't even love themselves? Like, a lot of these people out here are miserable. So, of course, if you give people like that type of power to validate you, of course you're going to get miserable results. They don't even validate themselves. So know who you are, validate who you are. Don't allow no one else to validate you, because you know who you are and you have confidence in who you are. And yeah, I feel like that would be good advice.
I was going to finish it off with a quote. I guess right now we're going to be doing quotes for a moment. But I like to say a lot of times, I've said this before to like everyone that I end up in a conversation with, is like when we get older, we expect love. Well, when we were born, we expect love from our parents, of course. And then we kind of expect love from like our friends. And then we kind of expect love from our romantic partner. But there needs to be a point where you expect love from yourself. That's really the most important love you really could ever have, truly. So I shall finish with this quote. The most powerful relationship you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. Steve Maraboli. And that's all that we have for today.
That's all we have for today. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Tell everyone.
I hope this helps.
Even if they're not black. Everybody. They might know a black person.
I'm Nerriya.
I'm Kiara.
And we are the Brilliant Black Beauties. See you guys and talk to you guys next Friday. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.